So, before we really begin, I have to ask, because I know I'm going to butcher this.
Okay.
How do you pronounce Gwyneth Paltrow?
Just like that.
Gwyneth Paltrow?
I believe
I'm just going to call her Gwyneth.
No, we're going to go phonetically, and it's going to be pronounced testicle.
Yeah, I can see that from her first name. We'll just call her Gwyneth. Miss Gwyneth.
Well, you guys are like on a first name basis. You just call her Gwen.
I mean, I looked through her website enough that she probably does think me as a first name, client.
As a client.
As a client. What you're saying is join the Dollar Hair Club with Gwyneth Paltrow?
Actually, and you know what? That is who we are sponsored by today.
Yes.
The Dollar Shave Club.
But we didn't start yet. At least I don't think we did.
Oh no, we're
We're here.
this.
So
Okay.
we're sponsored
this.
by, first I said the Dollar, the Hair
Club.
Club for Men, you said the Dollar Shave Club. That's difficult to reconcile.
Well, just give me a little bit of leeway here. I mean, Dollar Hair Club. I mean, I think you mistakenly said that. You meant Dollar Shave Club.
Well, no, I said
because
Hair
you
Club
wouldn't-
for Men.
Is that a
Because it's,
thing?
I'm not just the president, I'm also a client, was from Hair Club. And this is Asshole Club.
You're breaking the first rule of Hair Club.
I did talk about it, I'm sorry. Shane has bitch tits. Ladies and germaphobes, boils and ghouls, welcome live from the Liar's Lair. It's the Disinformed podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm John.
And I'm Michael.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you are not familiar with the podcast, we'll give you a little soupçon. We'll introduce you. What we do is we will typically discuss an esoteric topic, and in the midst of sharing the general knowledge about the topic with one another, we will leaven in a little bit of lies. We will whip in something that is disingenuous, and then the goal is for the two co-hosts to pick up what those lies are and identify them appropriately. And you can do that anytime, folks, as is per the new format, which was, we only had the old format for like 6 episodes. So, what are you
Out
going to
with
do?
the old in with the new.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been saying that with my semen for years. So...
I have nothing for you.
Speaking of which, your half-acre beer company sticker there
Yeah.
remind me that, a half-acre to me is normally when I indicate that I need to ejaculate. If one side of my ballsack is starting to argue with me, I'm like, it's time
Being
to top
in the
her off.
vicinity of you coming at least once, maybe 7 times,
Yeah.
can confirm.
Yes.
You could blast a hole in someone's chest.
And who hasn't filmed themselves with a slow-mo app while you ejaculate? I mean, really. It's the only reason they created it.
Yeah, I thought it was a rite of passage.
Yeah. And I mean,
Actually, how Steve Jobs died.
the only time I really ever offended somebody was because I was doing it on that slow-witted kid that used to live down below me. So,
Well, I mean,
he thought it was bird droppings.
Jesus Christ.
Silly, simple son of a bitch. Anyway, what is the...
I don't condone this. I'm not even here right now. What is this?
I'm in my own world.
I condomed it. But so, yes, as John was saying, the sponsor for today, as we mealy-mouthed our way through it, we are brought to you by the Dollar Shave Club, because everyone else is. They've sponsored every other podcast on the planet. They have run through every simple son of a bitch trying to sell you something, and then they fell on us. And we are falling on you, like, some simpleton trying to pull your belt off at the half and half here.
They're essentially like Netflix with approvals of new shows and movies.
Yeah.
There's no gate.
But here's the thing. I have actually been using the Dollar Shave Club razors for quite some time now, because I have a shorn pate here. I'm a bald-headed man by choice and God's interference. And so I have been using them, and I will tell you, the executive razor gets me so smooth, so closely shaven, that John's mother can just cuddle up and cradle me for hours on end with no chafing.
I think the best part of my adult life was realizing that I had 2 dads and 1 mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where, like, Philip did, like, a pretty good job of getting me to where I needed to be, but then Shane came on my mom and came along into my life, and...
Now I took over.
Yeah.
I'm daddy number 2.
And he spanks me regularly, like, for doing a good job.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the only way to
Positive
properly...
reinforcement. Yeah,
You know, let's go ahead and start the hashtag...
My 2
Not
dads.
a father. Tried to have a father, but got a daddy.
See,
Wait, no. Hashtag got a daddy.
got a daddy. For those of you who loved the Paul Reiser show of the same name, My 2 Dads, you're gonna really love our new attempt at My 2 Dads between Shane and John. So what is the topic today here? Well, by the way, if you're looking to purchase some of those Dollar Shave Club premium style razors and handles, you can go to their website and look that shit up because they're actually not paying us anything. So we are doing this out of the kindness of our hearts and because John just wanted to do a random pull out of the air. So now that we have done that, John's great at pulling out. Michael.
Statistically, yes.
My friend, Michael Corleone. What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to be talking about Goop.
What's Goop?
Goop. I have Goop all over the house. It's wonderful. A girl brought it to me and I said, why do you bring me Goop on the day of my daughter's wedding? What are you doing here? I saw a snail crawl along the edge of a straight razor.
I think we have the first recorded instance of somebody having a literal stroke.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stroking.
It only took what, 7 episodes, and then finally we get an actual stroke.
2.5 men and 7 episodes.
We broke Shane's brain.
Gone.
The Haynes broke Shane's brain, as a matter of fact.
So Goop.
Okay.
The
What is
Goops.
So, Goop.
Where can I get some?
Goop on
Often
me.
stylized as Goop, as in all lowercase. Okay.
Goop.
Yes, Goop. All right. It's a natural, and I'm using air quotes here, natural health company owned by actress Gwyneth Paltrow.
Just call her GP.
Or GOP. Or GOOP.
Grand old party. Yeah.
I see what you did there. I'll just call her GP. I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's personal.
Okay. It was launched as a lifestyle brand by her in 2008 in September, beginning as a weekly email newsletter with a editor's note in each email from her offering insight into her daily life, providing new age advice such as police your thoughts and eliminate white foods. And the slogan, nourish the inner aspect. Inner and aspect are in caps. Well, capitalized.
So she's really just trying to use these caps in important points of emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yes.
Did she actually say police your thoughts?
I don't remember if there was a citation from there, but I could probably look it up.
It's not a lie.
Oh, yeah,
He
it
was-
is not a lie. It is
okay.
true.
Now, I have a quick
It sounds
question.
like Nightville is fucked to me.
I just want to drill down on this because I feel this is an important point for us to touch on before we get any further on this topic. The site itself does not send anything to them, right?
I don't believe they do that anymore because they've since upgraded. It used to be just an email newsletter.
Okay.
But it is sent... Okay, so a website, a lifestyle website was later added, and then it expanded to e-commerce in 2004.
Okay, because do they send people things, yeah?
I don't know nowadays.
What I'm saying is that I would be very hesitant to get anything from Gwyneth Paltrow in a box.
Oh, well, I mean, since they do e-commerce, you can buy stuff from her, but I don't think she sends it free.
I want to know what's in the box. That's what I'm asking.
Box?
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
It's the final sin.
Well, I did get the reference, but I didn't know how to respond to that, so I'm just going to
Just cranking it
backpedal
back.
a little
Okay,
bit.
here we go.
Okay, so what does Goop mean? Okay, according to GP, the company's name came from someone telling her successful internet companies have double O's in their name, like Google. Makes sense, right?
Okay.
And she
How
wanted
much weed are we smoking?
it's probably not weed. It's probably other herbs.
She's doing the crystal meths. Okay.
Yes. And she, to quote, wanted it to be a word that means nothing and could mean anything. But according to Chambers' 21st Century Dictionary, which I don't know that dictionary, but that was the dictionary that they cited.
Okay.
Goop has multiple definitions, but all center around genitalia fluid. Whether to come inside something or the excretion made by a vagina during immense pleasure, it is described as Elmer's glue leaking out of the bottle. Okay, so some oops, some not checking their sources, which is kind of a reoccurring theme here. Not really reading up on verified sources.
So Gwyneth Paltrow brings you smegma.
Isn't that the character in Batman? Edward Smegma?
Edward Smegma. It's actually Edward Liddy. Thank you.
Enigma?
God. No, see, Gwyneth Paltrow is a Marvel character. We can't cross the streams.
She doesn't even remember that she's a Marvel character.
She
That's
doesn't,
true.
sadly.
She does not.
Well,
do
hey,
remember
listen,
reading
if
that.
you were fucking Tony Stark for that many years, you'd be lucky if you remembered your own goddamn name. And with a name like Pepper Potts, it's gotta be good.
So, would you say
True.
that she has Tony Stark's goop?
I would absolutely say she's been
some point.
gooping all over Iron Man.
Okay.
That's Mark 7, by the way.
God damn it.
Okay.
Tony's cock.
So doubling back on the lifestyle website. So a website was later added, and then they expanded to e-commerce in 2012. Sorry.
Okay.
And then after 2014, their wellness content became increasingly radical. That's where doctors would begin to call it. Yes. That's where surfers and stuff started to gather around. They're like, man, this Goop stuff is radical.
I could smell her goop. Pussy!
Doctors would call it pseudoscience, and the media outlets would describe it as no longer ludicrous. No, it was now dangerous.
It's batshit crazy is what it is, kids.
Speaking of crazy, I have a sampling of products from the Goop, taken
I'm excited.
straight from the website. Okay, and I also included the price tag because that is kind of an important point to make as well.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay. So, I have 5 that I will list, alright? And I also included a small little description, a snippet, okay? The first one is Psychic Vampire Repellent
Well,
for $27. I believe it was a small spray, okay?
I thought it was just putting your phone down for 27 minutes. Not checking Instagram.
So, what it describes is spray around the aura to protect from psychic attack and emotional harm. Do not ingest or inhale.
Smells like goop.
Now, the thing that I really love is that it's supposed to protect your aura from emotional harm. So that means you can just walk, like, you can pretty much go on the internet and feel free and, freeze a bird and not get attacked or anything and be like, oh, this doesn't bother me. Just spray it all over your head and you're fine.
For a second there, because of how you said it, I thought you said freeze a bird. I guess if you want to do that, would that
that's
be...
a weird thing to do while you're on the internet, but...
I smell the goop.
You don't do that? I mean, I do that, but I always suffer emotional harm. So I was thinking about getting this stuff so I can start freezing birds without feeling bad about it.
I mean, they're all roasting around Arizona, so I've never seen a frozen
that's why
bird.
you got to keep them cold. That's why you have a fridge or a freezer.
My freezer is full of human body parts. I don't keep birds in there.
You don't keep a second one?
I don't. No. No. That's how the cops
You don't
find
have
out.
a liver fridge and a heart fridge and a head fridge?
No. The head and the heart go different places.
Okay.
Liver alone. That's all I said.
The next one is a clear quartz bottle. So it is a bottle of water with quartz, a little piece of quartz in it. It is stuck to the bottle, or it is attached to the bottle. So I think the idea is that you can refill it. I didn't really exactly see if I could. But it's crystal-infused water. It gives good vibes.
Okay.
That's essentially
That's
the
how you
description.
get goop, is when something gives you good vibes.
Universal good vibes.
Yes. It is $80.
Is Angelina Jolie also, offering blood vials on this fucking site as well?
I think she's buying Goop products for her 18,000 adopted kids.
Yes.
I think her kids are Goop products, from what I understand.
I don't think
to say that
she
anymore.
is doing anything with oof. Capital oof there. I know other actors, actresses, other people that have their own products that they shill, they'll sometimes do connections and things with Goop and sell it through their website.
Well, I mean, they have connections. They both slept with Brad Pitt.
Yes. I mean,
So-
who hasn't?
I haven't.
I haven't.
I'm sorry.
I just fucked him once.
Well, okay, I guess fucking sleep is two
Dramatically different.
things.
You can do the
fair.
two at the same. They're not mutually exclusive. I've had it happen.
Okay, and another one, the Vesper Vibrator Necklace. $149. And yes, it is exactly what you think it is.
She's all about vibes.
Bullshit. There's no way that's real.
It is.
Fuck.
It's a necklace and a vibrator. It's made of stainless steel and finished in 24 karat gold. And I took this straight from the website. It is known for being quiet.
Okay.
Not the craziest thing. Now that, well, it's still fucking batshit crazy. There's this artist that I really love. She's in this band called Terra Terra, and then she does solo stuff under Emily Blue. She just released a new single. I don't know. She just released a new single called Bad Decisions, and she ordered merch to coincide with that, and it's lipstick. But it's also a vibrator. It's like a little pocket, Like a pocket.
The
visor.
lipstick itself isn't. It's the lipstick holder.
The holder is the visor.
Oh, okay, because I was like,
part.
that seems like it would be very messy to, like...
Shaking like you got Parkinson's. Like,
What was that again?
you look like the Joker. Now, here's the thing. Can I give Gwyneth Paltrow a pearl necklace while she's wearing the Vibe necklace?
Allegedly.
Hold on, I need to look that up on
She's
her
going to look like
dictionary.
Mr. T by the time I'm done with her. There'll be so many fucking necklaces on that woman.
Well,
I thought that was a sex position. I am sorry.
Mr. T?
No, well, probably.
Mr. T bag is a sex position, not... I pity the fool who don't get my balls in his mouth. Which is another one of our sponsors. We'll talk about that later on. If you want to steep your tea with some extra verve, this is Mr. T bag.
Jesus.
Okay.
It's part of the A team.
Another one is the Balls in the Air. It is $90 for 1 month's supply. It is like
Balls
a supplement.
in the Air?
It's called Balls in the Air. It's a supplement. Okay. It supports a healthy immune system and efficient energy levels while promoting overall well-being.
I can't help but want to call bullshit on that. And I have a feeling it's not bullshit. You have incepted us with this episode because all of these are going to be true and you're just going to ruin the whole goddamn game. But I have to. That's bullshit.
Nope.
God damn it.
It's true.
Okay.
And I can show you guys afterwards on my computer later.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see
I don't
That's
want
fair.
the balls in the air.
I don't really need
Don't
that on
show
my
me
search
your
history. I don't want Goop popping up on my Instagram. I'm cool with keeping it just with microphones.
Goop microphones.
And the last
on your microphone.
I was going to say, I've got egg on my face and goop on my microphone.
So the last thing is chromotherapy light bulbs. $100. Okay, they're light bulbs with specific color filters that help balance energy lacking from a person's body, whether it be on physical, emotional, spiritual, or mental levels.
Do either of you guys believe in astrological signs?
Do I believe in them? I know they exist.
Like, do you like?
Do I put
subscribe?
stock in them? There are aspects of them that I feel like are realistic, but it's like, post hoc here. It's probably coincidental, I would assume.
Same camp. Anyway, that's kind of what that reminds me. I was like, if I'm in a blue room, then I'm probably going to be more calm. And if I'm in a red room, I'm not going to be able to play the drums.
Can I just point out
Well,
this?
that actually is more scientifically, like, a thing. Why they paint specific colors in, like, hospital rooms and stuff, because it's supposed to be more calming. It doesn't affect their energy, but it's supposed to, like, give a better, more sense of tranquility.
But do you think that's what that's supposed to?
No. I actually had to look up what chromotherapy is.
She's trying to make things that are attuned to your aura.
Yes, that's pretty much what the idea is.
You want to cycle into the appropriate shade that you need. 50 Shades of Gay. That's disparaging. I'm sorry. That's terribly insensitive of me.
Content warning.
How horrible. We are so politically incorrect on this show that someone is going to throw a very big book at us, and I'm going to love every second of it.
I mean, like, I feel like if we don't offend at least one or two groups every episode, then I feel like we're kind of like, we owe it to the guests, we owe it to the audience to offend at least one group.
I did talk about coming on children earlier, so I mean, we've covered a pretty broad spectrum here. And not one that's offered by Goop Glass here.
There is something that I think I recall another one of those sprays that's supposed to calm down your child, but don't quote me on it exactly.
Are you talking about the skit where it's just chloroform in a bottle?
No. It's not Sleepy Time Kid or anything like that.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Have you seen it, Shane?
No.
You could probably... I don't know how to find it on YouTube off the top of my head, but it's literally just from like a sketch comedy show where it's like this tired single mother and this just bratty toddler just running around screaming, and the narrator in the background's like, do you ever just need some time to yourself in the midst of being a single parent? Have you tried putting your kids to sleep? And it shows like her getting a ball that says chloroform on it, and she's writing it into a rag, and she's just like... Anyway, let's continue down this Goop valley.
From what I understand, though, your uncle used that method on you for quite some time.
I don't remember a minute of it.
That's good. That's a good thing, then. You don't have to face therapy for it. So, Goop has definitely faced criticism for promoting and selling these products and treatments that have no scientific basis. They lack efficacy, as in they don't work, and are recognized by the medical establishment as harmful or misleading. If you couldn't tell from the vampire repellent, the psychic,
Psychic vampire
the psychic
repellent.
vampire.
Well,
Normal
you can
vampires,
buy-
they don't fucking work
You can
against
buy
them.
garlic at like Fry's, Sprouts, Ralph's.
I'm surprised they didn't have like an onion or a garlic flavored psychic
Vibrator
vampire repellent.
Well, they have the vibrator necklace, so you can just rub some garlic on the vibrator necklace
yeah,
and
and
you're
then
safe.
you're set. Yeah, that's true. Get it coated with silver instead. So
Or
that's a
get
good
it.
question.
You could get it coated
Would
with
it-
goop, and that'll
Would it
repel
hurt?
everything.
Would a vampire be able to kill himself if they used a silver vibrator?
Well,
Oh no, that's a werewolf.
Werewolf,
My
yeah.
bad. What if they used a wooden vibrator?
well,
Oh no, it has to be through the
wood.
heart. Yeah,
Kristen Stewart can kill either of them.
true.
So just brace for
She
that.
can kill anything, especially if she's involved in it.
Yes. We know this to be true.
In 2017, a consumer advocacy group, Truth in Advertising, filed a complaint with the government regulatory agency regarding over 50 health claims made by Goop as dangerous and false, from wearable stickers for anxiety, which is a thing, crystal harmonics for infertility, to an article called Earthing, How Walking Barefoot Could Cure Your Insomnia
Oh my
and
god,
more.
I've heard about this crazy shit.
See, when I mentioned it originally, I knew that you've probably heard of at least something, because it's kind of
So you're saying we
parodied
have,
a lot.
We have GP to blame for earthing?
I don't know if she specifically founded it, but Earthing was an article, and I did almost try and read it, but then by then my IQ was already starting to drop below dangerous levels, already dangerous to the normal person. So I had to stop before I lost my ability to read.
I mean, I knew she had a dirty mind. I just wasn't sure that it went that far down.
Oh yeah. So I have 2 things that I can talk about. I will list both of them, and if you want, we can talk about both of them, or we can just talk about one.
Okay.
Either any of those is fine by me. So
Like
we have
choose-your-own adventure stuff.
oh yeah.
Is
We
this
have
where the jade egg comes in? I'm excited.
Yes.
I vote
All right.
jade.
So
I don't want
we
any other
have
option.
the food. Okay.
No,
I mean,
go ahead,
we
go
have
ahead.
the food stamp challenge. Okay. And then we
I
also
see that
have
on Southern McClintock every week.
Yes. Do you take my EBT at this Subway?
Do you take EBT at a liquor store? Oh man, that just sounds okay. And then the last one is the vaginal weightlifting, which is the
Let's
Jade.
do it!
Okay.
Vaginal
so, do you want me to
weightlifting,
do
yes.
both, or do you want me to do
I
Just
mean,
the one.
please go for it. Do whatever you want.
Okay, so we're in
I'm splitting the difference.
I vote just Jade Egg.
Okay,
fine.
all right,
Jade egg.
that's fine. Okay, so
I'm intrigued by the food stamp challenge, though. So
Let's see how we feel.
okay, yeah, I'll do the vaginal weight lifting.
Yeah, you will.
I had to.
vaginal.
It doesn't
vaginal.
vaginal. I had to really think too hard about that.
Pussy.
Pussy.
Pussy weightlift. Oh, that sounds way different context there. So that complaint that was filed by Truth in Advertising that I mentioned, right?
Is
that,
it taint complaint?
Part of it was that
That's a
led.
strain on that joke. I'm sorry.
That led to a task force of prosecutors in California investigating those above claims and then slapping a $145,000 fine and civil penalties for unsubstantiated, air quotes, marketing claims, and to reimburse any customer who bought the products in question. They focused on 3 products, but I'll just cover 2 of them. The Jade egg and the Rose Quartz egg, which was slightly different. Okay. I'll lump them both together because of the articles that I read did. I had to look up additional content, or additional, news articles, I think by Vox. And, yeah, so Vox is the main source that I got from this. But I used Wikipedia for all the above stuff.
Okay, I will lump them together because that's how distended my vagina is.
Yes.
I
also
need both of them there.
So I tried reading about the benefits of each egg directly from Goop, but as of this writing, so I think about a week ago, so June 2019, the Jade egg is no longer in the store, surprisingly.
Oh no.
And several articles written about the benefits of using said eggs reroute to the sexual wellness front page and no article.
Now, would you say that the individuals who utilized this egg were jaded?
Well, they sold 3,000 before this really thing happened, so at least I think it is 3,000. Don't quote me on that.
Well, we'll call Steven Tyler and ask.
But
Go.
But the rose quartz egg is still for sale. Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention the price. The jade egg is $66, and the rose quartz egg is $55. The rose quartz
they're
egg
reasonably priced.
Oh yes, yeah.
You can tell the difference.
Yes, the rose quartz egg is still for sale, but doesn't explain what it is used for. All it says is that the egg is pre-drilled for string add-on, and they recommend using unwaxed dental floss.
Okay.
That's all it says on it.
So it's to flavor your goop, I think.
Well, no, do not flavor it.
No, you want it because it's, you have rose water for people that's
flavoring in the ramen pack.
Oh,
Yes.
You're talking about for the rose quartz. I thought you were talking about the string. Oh no, I can tell you all about what they say. The
Give me
benefits,
the egg.
By the way, is the dental or the floss thing bullshit?
No, it is true.
Oh my god.
He's egging us on, is what we're saying, John.
3 more puns and I'm jumping off your
So based on the articles that I did read, all of them were found by clicking footnotes in the main Goop Wikipedia page, so I didn't do too much sleuthing there. So it's still reasonably found, easy to find. The eggs claim that they could balance hormones, regulate the menstrual cycle, prevent uterine prolapse, and increase bladder control. Okay.
If I could go the rest of my life without hearing the phrase uterine prolapse ever again, I would die a happy man.
Yeah.
Okay. So I dug a little deeper because I wanted to.
Well, you didn't want to prolapse, so you need to get up in there.
I made sure to ease into it. I wanted to be gentle because if you remove too quickly, you could,
lose the string.
Find your way out.
That's the string theory they will not teach you at an American university, I'm afraid.
Anyway.
So I found an old Vox article from, I believe, 2013 or 14 or something, with more info on the Jade egg. They cited Goop, which I was happy about because you couldn't find it on Goop's website. According to Goop, they're a guarded secret of Chinese royalty and antiquity, all taken straight, all quotes there, allegedly used by both queens and concubines. The eggs apparently carry a number of magical properties, among them increasing chi, orgasms. I almost said organisms there. That's actually what it does in real life. Increase organisms. So increasing chi, orgasms, vaginal muscle tone, hormonal balance, and feminine energy in general. The eggs also have the power to cleanse and clear, making them ideal for detox too.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about. I can't get past it. Vaginal muscle tone, just a pussy with a 6-pack.
Weird flex, but okay.
Anyway.
I also love that this is Gwyneth Paltrow, the fucking Chinese ambassador. How is she getting ancient Oriental knowledge?
Well, it was a seller through Goop.
Okay.
I do want to specify that. I did not write down the seller, but it was someone else. But she's selling it through Goop, which is the main thing. She's co-opting
someone else's magic pussy toner. Okay.
Yes. The seller also suggested that women can sleep with the rock inserted if they can handle the energy from the egg for that long a stretch, or even walk around with them inside.
Like you do. Mm-hmm. I mean, these are basically glorified Benoit balls.
Yes. In addition to that fine, part of the settlement was that Goop was barred from making any claims about the efficacy of the products that aren't backed by reliable science, or from selling misbranded, unapproved, or false advertised medical devices. So they pretty much just say at the bottom of anything, and I kind of did double check that, like, these reviews don't reflect Goop, or, pretty much that legal jargon that you say to... Yeah.
Because you would need anything that indicates its magical properties would be non-scientifically proven.
Yeah.
Go figure.
One of the main, and I, for some reason, didn't write this down, which I have no idea why I didn't.
You're fired.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kicking myself. I looked at it this morning, I'm going it over, and I'm like, I feel like there's something missing, and it's like, oh, maybe I should write down what it actually happens. From what I recall, because Jade is porous, things grow in porous things, so you can get very serious infections from those things. You can get toxic shock syndrome, I believe it's called. Yes, because it's the same thing as just keeping a tampon in too long. It's not good. So
if you got a bad pH balance in your pool, nobody should be swimming.
Mm-hmm. Not even. Jade
that is factual. I read that in the magazine.
And there is no lifeguard for a pussy.
Where's the Father?
The Son and the Holy Ghost.
Also true.
The power of pussy compels you.
Okay, so anyway.
Jade.
Yeah, so that was pretty much all I covered for the vaginal weightlifting.
So the jade egg, when you remove it, essentially then turns into a chia pet.
Oh, so you're saying that in or out, like after it's been in, it's just going to grow things?
Yes, there's just going to be like all of
'cause-
this frothy, nasty sort of like, weeds growing.
Can I get one that looks like the
Bob
the
Ross?
gnomes?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay, I want the gnome.
I'll take the Bob
Goodness,
Ross.
yeah, I like the Bob Ross.
Can they be
It'd a
rectal
happy
as
little-
well?
Or can,
I would assume not. Those looked like they were pretty big. Just on the
You
website.
just assume something?
Yeah, that's actually fair. No, fair point. Fair point. I rescind that statement.
Strike
I
that.
have a squatty potty. I've been practicing.
I will actually take the Groot jade egg. And it says, I am Goop. I am Goop.
When you remove it, that's what anyway. Also, a lot of health advisors said that the vagina is very good at cleaning itself. You don't really need something to help it clean.
It has one of its own little, like, floaty things that siphons stuff off the side.
It's like a dishwasher. You can tell when it's cleaning because steam starts coming out of it, and
Or
you hear
one of those-
sloshing noises.
It's got that black fish that you keep in to, keep the sides of your aquarium clean. You put a salamander in it, and then it's fine.
A recurring joke should have a little more tact than just yelling pussy.
Should, but it won't.
I don't think he yelled that at all during that vaginal weightlifting.
I didn't.
He didn't want...
No.
And I've been saying it incorrectly.
It's a bit on
Vaginal.
the nose.
Vaginal?
Vaginal.
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 Vagina. She
Would
was the typist in our pool.
Would you like to hear about the food stamp challenge?
I would, because as of right now, I'm not going to pick out any lies here. If I haven't sussed something out at this point, these are all so absurd.
Is the food stamp challenge just a lie?
No, it is not.
Oh my god.
Okay, so and it's pretty quick. It's very simple and short and sweet.
Okay.
Okay, so the price tag, if you recall the price tag of the above items, if it didn't tip you off, Goop has also been criticized for showcasing expensive products and making out-of-touch recommendations that many readers can't afford.
Whatever do you mean?
To give you a good context, there was a book that parodied Goop that was published that was titled Glop, Non-Toxic Ideas That Will Make You Look Ridiculous and Feel Pretentious. And it contained inspirational nuggets like, our modern lifestyles are absolutely full of toxins. Nearly everything we come into contact with, from Egyptian cotton sheets to 8-carat diamonds to yacht paint, is dangerously noxious. It's a dangerous noxious, and I thought that was weird that they wrote that. That's probably just a typo, because, Okay, so pretty much in response to these sort of claims that they're out of touch and charging way too much, GP responded by stating such products and recommendations are aspirational, and that dietary recommendations are accessible free on Goop's website. That is true. You didn't have to pay to access those. In April 2015, Paltrow and Goop staff participated in a food stamp challenge in an attempt to demonstrate that her readers could abide by her dietary recommendations despite living on food stamps. She tried to live for a week on just $29 worth of food. Critics suggested that people on food stamps could not afford her recommendations, and can you guess what happened?
They were correct.
She gave up on the challenge after 4 days. I read the article that was written in response to this that she wrote. She spent a majority of the article expressing rage over there still not being equal pay in the workplace. She does mention the food bank for New York City, though.
Well, the salient point there is, yes, maybe if you just cleared your mind and policed your thoughts, you wouldn't need to eat.
And if you avoid white foods. That was another thing she did say.
If you're white, you should just avoid food.
Okay, so do you
Fair point.
Do you have any questions? Anything that you want me to review?
I called my bullshits as we went along.
You're spent?
I am Goop now.
I'm good and sussed.
No more Goop?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if there isn't anything that I could conceivably come up with other than the things that we called out in the course of the show, this is insane. It's pure insanity.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is that John Doe did nothing wrong.
Well, of course.
Fair.
Nothing wrong.
I thought for a second you were going to say John Galt, and I was like, oh, okay, I get the reference. Well, I mean, she wants to do what she wants, but, government regulation says, no, you can't sell Jade eggs to people.
If it's going to poison their pussies.
Yes. So, one lie. You guys were actually onto something. I did throw in a lie for one of the products. One of the products is a lie. Just with that, can you guess out of the 3 that you did not say? I believe you did not...
We called all of them out but the last one.
Oh, yeah, that was the last one.
Okay.
What was the last one?
The chromotherapy light bulb.
You lulled us into a false sense of security with how ballistically batshit the other ones were.
I could have...
even lectured me on paint colors.
Because I looked it up. Because I was like, oh, what's some other thing that's, some pseudoscience-y BS that isn't on the website? I didn't find anything mentioning chromotherapy on the website. And I did actually... I spent probably an hour on that website.
So if she steals that idea from you, then you're rich.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I guess.
Maybe.
Well, no, because chromotherapy is an actual, pseudoscience from the 19th century when most things were invented. Most of those pseudosciences, I should have said, were invented. But it is the idea that different color lights produce different or increase different energies. So it's not even that, being in a green room induces feelings of tranquility or makes it feel a little more comfortable or whatever. It's that green is supposed to heighten, I don't know, your sexual energy or something like that. So when you only have pure green light on you, you're supposed to feel more sexually charged or something.
Put on the green light.
Leave the gas light on.
Green means go.
But you don't have to put on the red light.
No, you do
the
not.
green one.
Yes.
Red
You've
means
got
stop.
some explaining to do, John.
Red means stop.
And yellow means go very fast.
Red
Starman
means
taught me that.
stop. Red means last minute resistance. Sorry, calling out to the last episode that I presented. Okay, so the last one. I'm surprised you guys didn't call out bullshit when I gave the description for Goop. Didn't that seem a little too easy? Pretty much genital fluid.
Genital fluid is what it evokes to me, though.
Yeah,
so,
same.
I mean...
It evokes from the Urban Dictionary website. Okay. That's where I got that definition.
All right.
Chambers' 21st Century Dictionary, which was the actual dictionary that they cited for some reason. I've never heard of that dictionary in my life. They actually define Goop as a rude, ill-mannered person or a stupid person.
So Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So the site is apt. Incredibly apt, in fact.
GP, you've been added.
Oh, no. Please, I don't need to add anyone.
GP got served.
Oh, goodness. No.
All I'm saying is I'm not going to take any sort of advice from someone who named their child with Chris Martin Apple.
Unless it was a very brilliant ad placement.
Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does not own Mac. So, I mean, it's...
Sponsored, not sponsored? I mean, it's the best sponsorship ever, because anytime someone, hears that name, they're, oh, yeah, Apple.
It's a cold play. That's all I'm saying.
I was debating naming my child Beats.
2 more puns.
The countdown's begun. It's the final countdown. Ba-da-da-da.
I count half of it.
Okay, all right, good for you.
So I do have to say, just as a closure, I did enjoy reading into the pseudoscience stuff, and I think I might be doing a couple more episodes covering pseudoscience, almost like a kind of lecture series.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because it was a blast to just cringe at all these psychic vampires. I felt like I did need to buy, and I almost did buy that repellent because just the emotional harm that was inflicted upon my brain.
Yeah. Oh. Did we learn anything?
Yes, that we, like Gwyneth Paltrow, need to get our head in the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
The game.
Head and shoulders above the rest, Gwyneth Paltrow.
I don't think I learned anything. I think I'm Goop.
You're a psychic vampire.
I am a Goop.
I am Goop. I am Goop. And you are Goop. Oh, well, I think that is going to do it for us for this episode, ladies and germaphobes. As a quick reminder, this episode has been sponsored by the Dollar Shave Club. So if you want to make sure that you have a neatly maintained undercarriage so you can avoid getting goop in it, you can be sure and use the executive
razor. You want
razor.
to make sure that you can see where you're putting your jade egg.
Yes. Yeah. You can use that Dr. Carver's Easy Shave Butter and avoid getting the goop.
And don't forget to water that thing to take it out. Because it's gonna grow into something beautiful.
It's gonna grow beautiful dreams. And it's your world, so just put anything you want in it.
I changed my mind. Instead of the Bob Ross, I want the Scooby-Doo one.
I want the Richard Simmons one.
Ooh.
There isn't one.
Is there one
should
that
be.
loves you? 'Cause
No.
I want the one that would love me.
Nothing loves me. Well, I believe that's going to do it for us for this marvelous edition. As per usual, we sincerely appreciate all of you spending a little time with us. And as I have failed to do in our last couple of episodes, please dive in. Give us a like and a follow if you are picking this up on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, wherever you are snatching this wonderful little audio for all the places that we have. And if you are looking to track us down on the social networks, we have them. They're here. Mm-hmm. You can find us. We are at Disinformed Podcast on Instagram. We are at Disinformed Podcast on Twitter, and then Facebook.com/Disinformed Podcast. So dive in, check us out. We're going to try to keep that entertaining, fun, and updated for all of you. And that is going to do it for the week. Thank you for listening to the Disinformed Podcast. I am Shane.
I'm John. And I'm Goop. Nah, I'm kidding.
Thank you for coming, folks. Just like Goop, we'll clean it up.